Hello class, welcome to Empowerment Technology. So in this video, we're going to continue our discussion on the basic features of Microsoft Office Word. So we're going to discuss on how to adjust the position or the placement of images and of the materials you integrated in the document, and as well as some of the useful tools in Microsoft Office Word. So when you integrate or when you insert an image or any other external materials into your document, of course you need to consider the positioning or the placement of these materials in your file, so that the material or the image would blend well with the other information, such as the text information and other elements in your document. So we do this by adjusting the wrapping of the text around the object or around the material or image you inserted. So when we say wrap text, it is a tool that allows the users to adjust how text will wrap around the inserted image or the inserted material or object. It also allows the users to drag and position the inserted images into places within the document. So to access or to use the wrap text tool, just select the image or the object you inserted and then go to the picture format tab and then select the wrap text option you want. So there are different options you can choose from. Or you can also use this tool by right clicking the image. So select the image and then right click the image and then select wrap text. So that's the different way on how to access this tool. So there are different text wrapping options that allows you to adjust the placements of your inserted images to your document. So here are the 7 ways of wrapping text around the object. So we have in line with text, we have square, we have tight, we have the true, top and bottom, behind the text, and in front of text. So in line with text is the default setting. So when you insert an image, that is the default setting of image alignment or image positioning in your document. So this treats image like text font with the bottom of the image aligned with the text in line. So this setting is usually used when you need to place the image at the beginning of the paragraph. So as you can see in our example, the image, the bottom part of the image is in line with our paragraph, or the first line of the paragraph. So that is in line with text. So to do this, if you go to your Office Word, just select the image and then select wrap text and then select in line with text. So if we drag this into our paragraph, so if we drag this into our paragraph, so you'll see that the image will be perfectly aligned with the line of the text. So if I move this downwards, then it will be aligned to the second line of the paragraph. So next we have the square text wrapping. So this setting allows the image you inserted to be placed anywhere within the paragraph, with the text going around the image in a square pattern-like frame. So as you can see in our example, when the text is wrapped, when the text is squared wrapped around the image, so the text will conform a square-like pattern. So ayan yung image natin. So to do that, go to the wrap settings, so for picture format tab, and then wrap settings, and then select the square. So if we adjust the size, you'll see that the text will automatically fit into the image will automatically fit into the text, wherein the text will wrap around the image in a square-like pattern. We also have the tight image placement or tight text wrapping and the true text wrapping. So this is basically the same. So I will just discuss the type, and then um, relate to it the similarities of true settings to tight settings. So tight is similar to square. So it allows the image to be placed anywhere in the paragraph, but unlike the square, the text hugs or conforms to the shape of the image. So this can be mostly achieved using GIF file or PNG or PNG file. So here, for example, sabi dito, di ba? So it says that this can be mostly achieved using GIF or PNG file. So GIF and PNG file allows transparencies, and those transparencies were detected as blank spaces. So if you inserted a GIF file, a transparent GIF file or PNG file into your document, then the text in the document will wrap around those blank spaces. For example, if we have this star placed in here, so these areas are blank spaces, transparent spaces. So the text will try to fit into these blank spaces. So the same with this circle. So the in this setting, in this option, the text will try to conform with the shape of your image or with the shape of the materials you inserted. So this is the same with the true text wrapping. So the only difference is that in true, the conformity is much tighter compared to type. We also have a top and bottom text wrapping. So this setting pushes the text away, so vertical to the top and bottom, so that the image occupies a whole line of text. So let's go to our example. So for example here, yeah. So here we have the squared text wrapping. So if we change the text wrapping into top and bottom, so this image will push the line of text to the top and to the bottom of the image, because the image will occupy an entire line, so not sharing with the text file. So let's try to add the top and bottom. So as I move this image down or up the text line, so the text line will move upwards or downwards. So yeah. So that is for the top and bottom image placement. Next is behind the text or behind text. So this setting allows your image to be dragged and placed anywhere in the document, but with all the text floating in front of the image. So this is useful if you want to make the image as a background. So if we go back in this example, so if you want this to be the background, a background image for this entire page, just for example, so then you can select the wrap text and then behind text. So of course you can always adjust the brightness and the color of your image. So for example, you can recolor it, so wash, so that you can still be able, or you can still read the text. So just a background. And last is the in front of text wrapping. So this setting allows your image to be placed on top of the text, where it covers part of the text. So if we change the setting or the text wrapping of this image into in front of text, then it will cover the text in front of it. So let's change the setting. Okay, so the text wrapping, as you can see, it covers the text when we change the text wrapping into in front of text. So the image floats above the information. So that is for the different placement of image, positioning of image. So by allowing or by changing the position, you are allowing the image to blend with whatever information you inserted or you entered into your documents. Let us now discuss some of the other useful tools in Microsoft Office. So let's go to Microsoft. So here in the insert tab, under the insert tab, there is a tool called the Wikipedia. So I know you're familiar with Wikipedia. So to get Wikipedia, you can select add-ins and then search for Wikipedia. So just search for Wikipedia and then select add. So I will select Wikipedia. So here, I can search through Wikipedia. So for example, I would like to search about research strategies. So I can just search on Wikipedia, and then the Wikipedia will tell me will give me result of my search. So there I have my search. So this is limited to Wikipedia. So there is also a similar tool under the references tab. So go to the references tab and select search. So this will allow you to search on a search engine. So not just in Wikipedia but on a search engine. So let's select the search and then you can type in. So this is powered by Bing. So let's search, for example, Mona Lisa. A Mona Lisa. There. Okay, so I can adjust. So what would be the result? So either information or both the information and media. So for if web only, so only information. But if media, it includes or it will retrieve image files. Okay, so if I select, for example, an image, if I click this add button, it will automatically insert the image together with the reference. So yeah. And of course, if I select, for example, web, so if I select this one, this will direct me to websites, to a browser opening the website or the link. Another useful feature of Microsoft Office Word is its ability to automatically generate a table of content. So here, if we examine our file, our document, so we have here 4 pages. So I would like to create a table of content on first page, on page 1, and then the table of contents must contain these topics. So module 1, module 2, and module 3. So before you create a table of content, make sure that the headings of those pages you would like to include in the table of content must be a heading. So to do that, just highlight the title of or the heading of the what do we call this, of the page, and then select this style. So in the home tab, select heading 1 or heading 2. So I already changed the styles of the headings in page 2 to 4. So in page 1, I would like to create a table of content for pages 2 to 4. So showing module 1, showing module 2, and showing the page of module 3. So to do that, I will go to references tab and then select under the group of table of contents, select table of contents. So there are different options on how you would like to create your table of contents. For example, I choose this automatic table 1. So this will automatically generate a table of content showing the pages where I can find module 1, 2, and 3. Next is the citations and bibliography group of commands. So here you can insert sources and manage the sources of your information. So especially in your research paper, so you need to cite your sources of information. So for example, gusto kong mag-cite. So if I want to cite an article, an online article, so I can just select insert citation. So select this drop down arrow, drop down menu, and add new source. So you can select what type of source. For example, maybe journal article, report, or other types. So pwedeng website din. So website, for example. So here you can activate different, so just check this one to activate the different information needed. So for example, here you need to enter the author, the name of web page, the name of website, the year, month, and day of publication, and the URL. So these are the important information you need to enter. So I will just look for some website online articles and resume this video afterwards. So suppose I copied some information from this online article. So I can reference this. I can save the information from this website in the citation and bibliography tools of Microsoft Word. So to do that, just go to the References tab and then select Insert Citation and then Add New Source. So this will direct you to the different information needed to be filled out. So just select this, check this box in order to view all the information you can add to the reference. So you can add all this different information to make your reference more specific. So I will just add the author, the name of the web page, the name of website, the year, month, day, and the URL. So here the URL. So this with asterisk are the important fields to fill out. So here, so I will enter the author. So Gavin Cahill. Oh wait, Gavin. And then the name of the web page. So it is okay. So the name of the web page is found here. So we have here why game-based learning. So let's just entered why game-based learning into this text box. So why game-based learning. Why game-based learning, and then the name of the website is thelearningcouncil.com or the Learning Council. The Learning Council. So the year, month, and day of publication. So let's look for the date. Okay, so seems like the date is not included in this post, so let's just leave it blank. So since the date is not given in our source, and the URL. So let's copy the entire URL and then paste it here and click OK. So as you can see, so it will automatically place an in-text citation. So for example, so I copied this text, this information from this article. So this is not this is just rephrased, for example, just rephrase, or this is not your original idea. So you need to place an in-text citation where you get that information. So here I got this information from the article written by Gavin Cahill. So yan ang in-text citation natin. So to insert an in-text citation, just select this drop down arrow and then select this one. So that will give you an in-text citation. So how about in the reference list? So at the last part, at the end part of your research, at the end part of every chapter, or at the end part of a research paper, you need to enter or include a reference, a list of references. So to do that, just select this bibliography and then select reference or bibliography if that is what is required. So you can also select here the style. So APA, MLA, Turabian. So you can select the different referencing format. So in Bicol University, we use APA format. So just leave it as APA and then select, for example, references. So you will automatically see a format or a reference, a list of reference to all of your sources of information. And of course, in addition to the table of contents, if you inserted, for example, an image, for example, if we inserted here an image, so let's insert an online image. So let's just wait. Okay, so for example, I inserted this airplane. So this one. Okay, so for example, I inserted an image here and then I place a caption. So I inserted a caption. So of course you need to insert a caption. For example, figure 1, airplane. Spelling airplane. Okay. So here I have inserted images and smart charts to serve as the figures in our sample document. So before we create a list or a table of figures, it is important to take note that your images or your figures must have a caption. So to do that, you can select the image and then select insert caption. So right click and then select insert caption, or you can go to the references tab and select insert captions within the group of captions. So here, so for example, if we add another figure, so suppose we insert a shape, just simple shape. Yeah. So to add a caption, just select the shape and then go to the references tab and then select insert caption. So an option, so different options and commands or tools will appear. So here you can add a caption here in the text box. So figure 3 and then write the title of your figures, for example, rectangle, and then select OK if you're satisfied with the settings. So now that we have inserted captions and the figures, so we can now create a table of figures. So select the page where you want to insert the table of figures, and then in the references tab, so again, so here's the home, go to the references tab and look for insert table of figures. So different settings will now appear, so you can choose or you can adjust the settings. So for example, you can adjust the tab leader. So if you want the tab leader to be dots or dash or a solid line, so you can also do that. So I prefer it to be in a dot form. And here are other options. So it will show you the preview. So this is how your table of figures will appear. So figure number and then the title of that figure. So if you're satisfied with the setting, you can select OK. So as you can see in the selected page where you inserted the table of figures will appear together with the corresponding page. So you can add a title to this or a heading. So for example, table of figures. And then in the home tab, select this as a heading. So you can adjust the font, so the formatting of the font to paragraph. So you can also still do that. So these are just some of the useful tools. So some of the tools and features of Microsoft Excel. So if you want to learn more about Microsoft, the some of the tools and commands in Microsoft Word rather. So you can always explore Microsoft Office Word. So you can explore the different commands under these different tabs. So I hope you learned something in this video. So in our next video, we're going to discuss how to perform mail merge in Microsoft Office Word. So if you have any questions, so you can send me a message via Messenger. So thank you for listening and see you in our next video.